Salvete Omnes. Nomen mihi canicus. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the World's Worst Walkthrough. It is time to go out into Korthos Island. So, there's a few quests to pick up, actually 3. Oh, it's you. I beseech you, hero, something terrible has happened. My daughter Arissa has been kidnapped. We heard her scream in the night, but by the time we got to her room, she was gone. Is there anything that can be done? I think she's being held with other prisoners at the old Kenneth Aqueduct. They're being taken there one by one for information. The Kenneth Aqueduct is on a rocky cliff at the easternmost tip of Korthos Island. To get there, someone would need to cross all of this island's wilderness. Then that person would need to find a path to climb up and gain entrance to the aqueduct at the top of the cliff. It's our only chance to rescue the prisoners. I beg you, hero, bring my little Risa back to me. Yes, the time to strike is now. I will rescue your daughter and the others. Okay, so that's one quest. There's another one right at the gate, so we'll get that one as we go out. This one is Handsome Wilm. A motive of your time adventure. I would like to hire your services. I can offer a choice of items from our cargo as payment. I'm listening. My mistress, Drusen de Jarasco, was assaulted and kidnapped. They were undead, obviously minions of some villain. I followed them to some decrepit catacombs here in the wilderness of Korthos Island. It's at the base of a river inlet, underneath the south end of a long river cutting through the middle of the island. I would hire you to travel there and rescue my mistress. Does this job offer sound reasonable? This De Jarasco sounds like an important woman. What's she doing here? The mistress often travels on behalf of House Jarasco. Unfortunately, we were waylaid by that troublesome dragon. So you want me to rescue your employer? Yeah, quite reasonable. Have my reward ready when I return. A little disappointing that it repeats that. By the way, if you do that store quest, this is the guy you come to get the res cake. Okay, and then we have Ursa. Listen, Pessimist. I know you've been helping around the village, but this is serious. I've been talking to Kaja, and I'm convinced Lars Hayton is alive. I didn't find him in the Hayton family crypt. No, not at the crypt. If you breathe a word of this to anyone, I'll disembowel you. Oh, okay, that's strong. Okay, here it is. I saw Lars Hayton at the old Kenneth manufactory in the flesh. One moment he was there, and then, if Hayton's actually alive, then by Dol Dorn he can help us. Find him, Ranger. Acquire his assistance, whatever it takes. If you head out into the wilderness of Korthos Island, you'll see the old ruins on the right side of the path. Climb to the top of the ruins, and there you'll find the passage into the Kenneth manufactory. Okay, I'll find Lars Hayton. Alright, so now I have those 3 quests. Now, there are a couple of things to do out in this wilderness area. I'm going to do one of them first. So there is a secondary quest that we'll pick up. And then there's also some objectives. So if you see over here, we have Slayers, Rare Encounters, and Explorers. Slayers is killing things. There is a maximum. I am not going to go around and kill, what, I think it's 750 or something like that. I can't remember how many the max is. It's not worth it. Rare Encounters, I will show you where these pop up. If they're there, great. If they're not, oh well. And then what I am going to do right now is the Explorers. So there's 12 locations around the island. And as you find them, if you find all of them, you get a bunch of experience points, and you also open up the whole map. So this will all be visible. So this is the route that I take for the explorers. Other people might go in different directions, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this quest, and we'll do it later. Actually, you know what? We're just going to do the explorers. All right, so one of the places that we need to explore is actually the quest entrance here. So, all right, so you can see I have one explorer uncovered, and actually, if you hit L for the quest journal or the log, explore Korthos Island, and it actually lists them here. Now, it doesn't always tell you exactly where they are, but you can at least see which ones you're missing. All right. Now, normally I would do this on a horse and just run around and avoid fighting, but you may not have a horse, so I'm going to do this on foot. Oh, I should have gotten Dryad out, but that's okay.
The Sahuagin have turned this tree into a site for sacrifices.
Okay, there's another one. Okay. So this is where the first rare can be found, at the top of that area. I believe it's also an explorer zone. So we're going to go up there anyway. Alright, it's not him.
Keep close tabs on the comings and goings of the Korthos village citizens from this overlook.
Okay, so sometimes there is a rare monster up here. So if you want to do that completion, that's where you would go. Alright, from here, I'm going to go up this way. Now there is an explorer at the end of this region here by the waterfall, but we can get it from up top. Alright, so there is an explorer up at the top of this structure.
Ivara cultists keep a watchful eye over the seas from this strategic lookout.
Okay. My game is acting very jittery.
Verge into a small body of water.
Alright, so that explorer that I just got is what I would have gotten if I walked all the way up that water. So if the video seems kind of jittery, it's the game, which there's been a lot of discussion about lag in DDO, and there is still some. This, I think, is more my computer. But we'll see. Alright, now, some of the explorers are quest entrances. And so I might get those later. Oh, this... this choppiness is not fun. Actually, no. I'm going to go ahead and get the quest entrances. There's ones some of you have already noticed I missed an opportunity to go get one when I was close, but that's okay. All right, so this is the first one that we picked up. This is the way to the Kenneth Aqueduct.
This entrance leads down into an ancient Kenneth aqueduct.
Alright, so we made our way to the eastern tip of the island, and then found our way up. Okay. So there's another possible rare down here. Oh, there's another rare on the other side. Yeah, we'll go get that soon. Oh, gosh. Okay. When this ice spider shows up, my experience tells me that the rare will not be up. But if there's a rare, yeah, there'll be an ice spider here. Okay, so that's where the second rare is. There's another explorer zone over here. So far we found a little more than half.
To their evil god at this fell shrine.
Oh my goodness, this choppiness. Okay. The quest entrance for the final quest of the chain is up this hill. So we'll be coming back here eventually.
A bone-chilling breeze emanates from the mouth of Misery's Peak.
Again, apologies for the choppiness. This dwarf camp is also an explorer zone.
You come across a makeshift camp. A scraggly dwarf sits on a log, trying in vain to keep warm.
Come up here, go to the end of this aqueduct.
This broken structure once formed an elaborate aqueduct that channeled water across the island.
I'm honestly not sure if that water is enough to protect me, but we're going to try it. Protected enough. Okay. So, this is a potential rare. It's called Zir, and he's a mephit. He can be right there. Alright, now since I'm at a quest entrance, I can summon Dryad? No. Should be able to summon Dryad. Oh well. Guess I can't. I'm gonna rest to heal up from that silly jump. Okay, so I now have all but one of the explorers. The last one is another quest entrance. And again, the way I went is not necessarily the most efficient way to run these explorers. It's just the way that I like to run them. And to be honest, I usually just, if I do this, and I don't every time, I usually just leave the quest entrances alone until I do the quests, because I'm going to get them anyway. But to get to this last quest, or this last explorer, which is actually the second quest that I'm going to do in here. Going to come around this way. This one's kind of out on its own. Everything else was in a reasonably close area. Now this is much, much faster if you have a horse or a mount. There are ways to get free mounts. I think it's still on my channel, but I at least used to have a video series of getting a mount at night revels. Every so often, mounts are given away as event rewards and things like that. Currently, right now, there is a event called the Symphony of the Fae, and one of the rewards for that is a mount. So, you know, there are ways to get mounts for free, but they're usually time-based. So until I show you the process of getting a mount in Borderlands, then I'm not going to use a mount. So I'm going to go ahead and recall so I can use my next action point, and also end the video and try to get my game to be a little bit more responsive. So if you have any better suggestions for a path for the explorers, maybe there's another video out there or an image or something like that that shows a better route, I'd be glad to hear about it. But that is my path. I am going to... do I want to do this? Let's see. What is this? Wolf Games. I don't know if... honestly, I don't know if I want... Ooh, bonus. Yeah, I do. Okay, so that bonus imbue dice is definitely worth getting. Alright. So I got a few more hit points there. And I will say gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment. I would appreciate it if you don't comment too much about the choppiness of the video. I know it's there. I apologize. I really genuinely don't think it's the game. I think it's my computer. And so I'm going to try and get that fixed. I will see you next time. Si valetis, ego valeo, valete.